Hi, I'm Chris Brazel and welcome to my world. Today our interview is about real estate and my interview is with Susan Whitehall, a beautiful young lady who was stuck trying to sell her property, and one visit from me, about 5 or 6 items that she had to move around the house, a couple of decisions she needed to make, one particular action step which was really necessary. We got the house sold within 10 days, everything to what she wanted and all her dreams moving. But now she gets to move to her next destiny and start a new journey for her life. Now, as I've said to everyone, I believe it's a team effort when you sell your property. It's not just the real estate agent who's going to be the one who sells your property. The person who sells your property is you. It is you and your energy, your determination, because a house is every total representation of you. So when you go to sell it, don't go selling it if you're not really ready to start a new journey. So let's have a chat to Sue and let's talk about her tips that she can give back to you, plus the action steps that I gave her to do on getting her house sold very quickly. We're going to let some of these other wonderful people out in the world know that selling a house is not that difficult.
It's not.
It's easy, isn't it?
It's simple once you realise what you need to do.
Now, when you rang me, you were a little bit concerned because it had taken quite a while and nothing was happening, nobody was coming through.
5 weeks, nothing.
Weeks. Yeah. So the number of your house being 24 should say it's a family property, so once you get that energy right, it just should sell overnight.
And it did, once we got the energy right.
Very good, that's the key. Now, when I arrived, I immediately saw you had the wrong agent.
Yes.
Were you surprised when I said you had the wrong agent?
I knew it within myself that there was a problem, but I hadn't actually done anything about it. But it was a surprise that you turned up and you knew what those problems were.
I could tell what that agent's energy was before we even started.
Yeah.
And when I showed you the sign, it was very clear. Now, we did about 6 different major changes, and they were simple ones, I believe.
They are very simple. Taking pillows off the lounge, changing books from the sit-down to the stand-up position, rearranging, different ornaments so that they weren't singular, they were 2s or 3s, and changing a few paintings to make the entrance a happy, joyful family home.
I know, because the entrance is the first energy you see when someone actually enters the home. Now, when I entered your home, I saw this huge empty bowl, which just gave a feeling of emptiness. And then when I went into the room on the left, which is your belief area, books were kind of laid down, yes, and the lamps were scattered. And you know, the biggest thing I noticed was, remember that pillow that had this big dead tree on it sitting in the middle of your couch?
That cost a fortune.
What have you done with it?
It's turned around in another room so that the tree's not showing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you think it's time maybe to throw the cushion out?
Probably is.
We won't give it away because we don't want to pass that energy on to someone else.
As were some of the paintings.
Yeah.
Time to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe put an eBay or something like that.
Yeah.
But when someone walks in, so when someone was coming into your home before, first the sign, the way the symbols in that were, was giving a negative energy. When you opened the front door, it was emptiness and sad. When you went into the first room on the left, which is normally where you enter when you enter, again, it was sadness there, and we had this dead tree. It was going absolutely nowhere, which is what the sale of the house was going. Absolutely nowhere. And it didn't cost you anything except my little bit of time.
Yes, but out of your time, gave us the way to think about our house and even the next house, and what we needed to do to get everything moving forward.
And it only took?
10 days. Well, yours was straight away, with my husband out doing what he needed to do and us changing as we walked through the house, and in 10 days, 3 offers and the house was sold.
It was pretty magical, because most women would think, oh, is my husband going to come on board? Are they going to believe this thing? Where he sat down, listened, and everything I said, it kind of made sense straight away.
Absolutely, yeah.
And while we were chatting, I couldn't believe he was actually out there doing it.
He did, and he still will do those same things at the new property.
Yeah. The most magical thing I found when we were actually doing it is making common sense of the whole thing, and But the thing was, he went out, so that immediately told me he wanted to sell that house because he was listening and he was doing. And an energy is an energy that's there, and it can be stagnant, going nowhere. But the moment you make a choice, you take an action step, you have created a totally new energy.
You've got to commit to what it was that we were doing. For us, it was moving.
Also acknowledge, isn't it?
Yeah, realising that's what we wanted to do and get the energy moving to what it was that we wanted to achieve, which was packing boxes, getting the house ready to give to someone else for us to move on.
The other agent, I believe, left very quietly, quickly, and no hassles, even though you were tied into a contract.
Exclusive agency for 3 months. We'd been 5 weeks. She let us out the next day without even stepping foot in the house.
Cool. And it was easy to get the new one. She walked in, and I believe she had the energy that I had and believed that should have happened.
Their signage was right, everything about her was right, and it just sold.
So all we did was, it was your house, it was your energy. You had made a choice in life about where you wanted to go and what you wanted to do. So you got your energy right and you got the sale right. All you needed to bring in was the negotiator and the connector to the next person. And once you're in that right frame and you're so clear, you will bring that right agent who will negotiate in the very best way for you and connect to that outside person. Because my total belief is the moment you're ready to leave an energy, an environment, and a lesson, because a house is a lesson, you learn things there, the next person is ready to come in.
Yes.
So there is absolutely no reason why, if you want to move on with a journey and a house and sell a home, you can.
But it's nice to have little tips on how to get it all moving forward.
That's me. I'm action. I'm action. Now you're going to go to Wagga. I believe your husband found a house and immediately gave you the number, and you knew straight away it's not for me.
Yes. One of the first places he looked at was a 7, and I knew straight away that wasn't the number for us to move into. And sight unseen, he rang me to say, I'm at a 21. Is that okay?
And you knew.
I knew straight away 21 was fantastic, and the new beginning of our lives. Yeah, so it worked very well.
All right, I'm looking forward to now, because we've moved you on this part of the journey. What I love about my work is I usually start with one thing and then we go down a whole journey for many years. I'm so excited because I know once you move to your new home, you have a brilliant idea on a concept for children's clothes. So I'm going to have a chat to you in a few weeks' time, and I'm so looking forward to what that is that we actually start. And I think the world out there is going to be ready for your adventure as well.
I hope so.
I will. Don't you use the word hope. All right, this is Chris Brazel signing out from my world today. And today is just simply, if there's a house you've got, you want to sell it, there's no reason why it can't sell. The only person who's stopping is you. You put the right energy and the right combination with the negotiator, which is the real estate agent. That person out there to buy your home is ready to come straight in. Cheerio.